On that note, let's talk with our chief meteorologist, Jeremy Legoo, a little bit more about the weather outside. It was raining on poor Nathan pretty hard here. Pig Out in the Park is actively going on right now. I'm sure they were ducking for cover. So how long do people have to do that tonight?
I don't think too much longer here in town.
Okay.
So let's say you get home from work, you just kind of take your time to head out. You'll be a lot drier than if you're Nathan standing in the rain as we speak.
We did get him a jacket and a hat. He'll be all right.
Yes, and you don't have to sacrifice yourself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop before I get myself in trouble for saying things. But yes, people seem to be handling the rain just fine down at Pig Out in the Park. And as a former carny myself, people like to eat when it's raining. I don't know why, but they just do. So it's one of those things where it just tends to happen. Rain continues to come down a little bit throughout the rest of the evening. It's light relative to what we saw earlier this week. It's a cool start to September and another round of showers come Labor Day. A lot going on in the atmosphere. Low moves out, low moves into California, a little disturbance off to our north, a little shortwave, all comes together to bring us this chance of light showers moving through. Notice none of it's the yellows or oranges. It's just kind of a slow, steady rain that's going to stick around for the next couple of hours and then eventually work its way out. You can see it winds down by the 6 o'clock hour. By 7, it starts moving off to our north. Overnight, we might see a stray sprinkle. And then as we get into the day tomorrow, everything starts to shift. That low down to our south starts pulling in what is off to our north. Couple of things about this. It is going to be, for us here in Spokane, 10 to 15 mile per hour winds. You move out into the Okanagan Valley, I think your wind gusts will get up around 20, 25 miles per hour, so a little bit stronger. And yes, that does increase fire danger in some areas. And yes, it is out of the north, which means we will wind up pulling in a little bit of that wildfire smoke from our friends up in Canada. That's just how it goes in this pattern, unfortunately. That wind should die down by later in the day on Friday, and on Saturday we hang on to a slight haze in the atmosphere, but sun returns and in a big way. Look, tomorrow, Saturday, we're back in the 80s. I think by tomorrow afternoon, it's plenty sunny. Then we dry out. Saturday, mid-80s, and then, wait, did I have 30 seconds or 1 minute? I heard 30 seconds. Everybody, let's go ahead and do this. Stick with me here. All right, let's talk the overall weather pattern. We're going to run this out because right now we're building in a ridge overhead. I am so sorry about that timing. And eventually that ridge starts breaking down by Sunday, but we still kind of hang on to what's way up to the north up in Canada. But we set up this kind of broad trough pattern over us here in the western U.S. How did I do that? Anyway, that brings us a rain chance kind of Sunday and Monday, but watch this. This is Sunday. Watch what happens as we put it in motion. A little bit of rain kind of sweeps us Sunday into Monday, and then by Monday afternoon, we wind up watching that chance die down. So does it hit us? I think a couple of stray light showers are possible, but that winds up being about it. Long-range forecast models keep us a little bit cooler or closer to seasonal through the middle of September. Seasonal this time of year, right near 80 degrees. So tomorrow winds up about dead average. Saturday, a little bit above, but just a little bit. Sunday, about dead average again. And then Monday, we're a little bit cooler thanks to that shortwave moving through, that little trough set up overhead. And then it's mid-70s through the second half of next week. And Whitney, I don't know how to keep track of time.
That's okay. We will do it for you, but you recovered very well. Sort of.